Hello everybody, and welcome to another Delboy video. I was looking around for yet another game that is something that's from the past that I would have played, but has been given a new lick of paint, something that would be appreciated by both people that have played it in the past and people that like something that looks more like modern games look like now. And I came across this one called Melkhiors Mansion. Now, it's being developed and still being developed right now, and has been ported at the moment to the PC as an early look, and was designed for the Spectrum Next. The Spectrum Next being the next generation of Spectrum that came out a couple of years ago. So what is Melkhiors Mansion? Well, the best way for me to describe Melkhiors Mansion is to think about RetroAdkt, which was done by Ultimate Play the Game back in the early 80s on the Spectrum. And what would Ultimate have done with a sequel to RetroAdkt? And being as they had designed lots of isometric games for the Spectrum, and they were very successful, I think this is probably about the closest it would be. This is RetroAdkt as if it was designed to look like Night Law, but have the speed of RetroAdkt. And if anybody has ever played RetroAdkt, they'll know RetroAdkt is damn fast. So what do we have here? So we've got a couple of options. We can start, we can go to settings. If we go to settings, there is a lot of controls. You can redefine them. You can actually control the rotation of the controls because it is, remember, isometric 3D. You can change the stick sensitivity. You can change the resolution. You can have scan lines if you want. You can make it so it looks more like a Spectrum, i.e. pixel being very sharp. Now that gives quite a roughish look, but you can smooth that out with Draw Smooth. I'm going to show you them both. The rest is sort of like self-explanatory, apart from this one which says palette. I believe we can change the palette later on beyond the Spectrum Next's capabilities. So you can see that we have a limited color palette at the moment, which gives it more that traditional Spectrum look. So let's have a little play, shall we? So just like RetroAdkt, you can choose what characters you want. I'm going to go with the easy-ish option, and that means absolutely nothing because I am useless at RetroAdkt. So we'll choose Sir Stamp-a-Lot and see what happens. Here we go. Familiar sounds. Okay, so I can move and fire around. Oh, food. Do with that. So I take it I'm looking for keys or parts of the keys. There's one. Can I get it? Ah! No. I've got to figure out a way of getting past that ghost. I need a yellow key to get through that one, so that's not a very good move. As you can see, it moves incredibly fast. It has that Night Law look. The music sounds really nice. It's sort of boppy. I don't know quite how to explain it, but it's got that medieval sound, but that Spectrum 128 type music to it. Magic Eye of Death. How do you use that? That might be the thing that'll help me. Oh, is he down here? Yeah, he was. Well, the only thing I can do is put it on the floor. I'm going to die any moment, and I've only got something like one life left. Let's see if I can go down further. Oh, for God's sake. Delboy, do better than this. Ah, well that's where the red key would be used anyway. Now I've seen these barrels before in Attic Attack, and only certain characters can go through certain ones, like bookends and barrels. I'm not quite sure which one the knight would go through. Oh. He's going to die again in a moment. Yeah. I visited 9%. I did absolutely terrible. But I think you get the idea. Let's go to settings then and turn the smoothness off. And you can see now that it's very, very sharp. And we'll try and play this again. Okay. The thing I was impressed with this is that I've mentioned it in other videos of mine that I don't like too much of inventing the wheel, if you see what I mean, in regards to designing something new. But this really does seem like what Attic Attack might be if they designed a second version. It has that Spectrum feel, and it has those Spectrum type graphics that we've come to love. And being a game that would be on the next, there's no colour clash. The speed is just as fast as the original, and it's obviously got that mapping look, you know, where you can map all of this out. And look at that, you can even see yourself in the mirror. I mean, the attention to detail on this is just absolutely spot on. And I was never really the biggest Spectrum fan, just purely because I never really had one for too long. So of course I had the Commodore 64 for the longest amount of time. So a lot of Spectrum games I've only come to really appreciate later on, when I've been able to use them under emulation. But let's just think about this for a moment. How many of us would have bought this game if this had come out in mid-80s? I've got a funny feeling that this would be one of those bedroom to millionaires type games. I do really think it's absolutely incredible. And incredible fun, even though I have no idea what I'm actually really doing, other than I'm trying to find 3 pieces of the key. If I ever got them, I don't know what I'd do with them. Oh. Now, I think in the original Attic Attack there were sort of universal monsters like Frankenstein. Let's go down here. That's a nice colourful cave. Really do with a map. I think there are pedestals where you can actually get a map readout. What's behind the blue door? Not an awful lot. So I'm just going around aimlessly at the moment. But oh my god! So I take it this is where I would go at the end. That's typical me, where I've gone all the way through to the end part of the game, but I haven't got any of the bits to actually do anything with it. My sort of luck. But I am seriously impressed by this game. Invincibility pill. If only I could work out how to get back up, get rid of that ghost and all of that sort of stuff. Saying that though, I've got a skeleton key. Really, all I need to do is find where these keys are. No, don't want to lose that. Oh, bloody hell. No, it doesn't seem to work. Oh, come on. No. Oh, I've somehow destroyed how the key works. Well done, Delboy. You mucked up another video. As I said, it doesn't really matter that I'm not quite sure where I need to go, not sure what I need to do. I think this just points out what a fun game this is. Oh, if only I could get that skeleton key to work again. Oh, 22%. I was playing that for what seemed like an age and got to 22%. Oh my god. So we'll put the smoothness back on. And just play it once more, but we'll play with another character. Let's play with bit trickier. Zouch the witch, yeah. I've been told I'm a witch. So now, if I remember rightly, I came this way before and those fruit and everything were there before. Maybe some of this is not quite as random as you'd think. Oh, didn't want to do that. Although, to be honest, if I remember rightly, I found more when I was down lower than I was in the mansion itself. Ah, and I can go through the bookcases. Ah, who's that? No, don't kill me, Mr. Monster. Ah! Running away like a crazy person. Please, I'm only a girl. Oh. Trouble is, if I ever did find that skeleton key again, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'll have to see if I can find some online instructions. I believe the online instructions are on the website where you can download this, and I will try and put the link to this in the description. And I do wholly recommend that this is worth the 52 megabyte download. Yes, it's that small. I need to find another way up. No, it's not going to be that way. A shiny silver coin. I take it these things like mentioning that they're silver probably help against things like if I find one of those universal monsters that look like Frankenstein and Dracula, they're going to do something with them, I should think. That's a guess. I didn't get very far without any keys. Ah! Died. This looks promising. Oh, back to the beginning. Don't think I went down this way. Ah! Ah, there is a map. Is that it? Is that all I've done? So remember that, if you're playing the game, don't go like I do and sort of go left. You need to sort of like go right and get to that pedestal. Love that sort of screen shake when you land. It's a very nice effect. Very far with keys. Come on. You're probably all screaming, going, "Why are you going round in circles, Mr. Delboy? You should be taking notes and definitely doing a different path than you're doing at the moment." And I agree with you. I am useless at this, keeping the levels in your mind on where I've been, where I need to go. Definitely need my brain back from when I was in my 80s, where I would be flying through this. And there we go, 11% this time. And that is Melkhiors Mansion. Let me do a bit of a roundup. So, if RetroAdkt was your thing, and you've loved it to death, and you've surely been looking for a more modern take of it, and been thinking to yourself, what would it have been like if they could have actually developed the isometric Night Lore type engine and gone back to RetroAdkt? I think this is it. And it looks very much like it's still in development. It looks very much like they've spent lots and lots of time not to alienate people of the original game. And from that point of view, I think this has just got enough to say what a great game this is. And I hope you agree with me. So until next time, I hope that this is entertained. Thank you very much, and goodbye.